the Halacha Yomi. Or Muktzeh mahmad gufo. Things that have no use on Shabbat, are they considered Muktzeh? 15. Flour and dough are considered Muktzeh because they're not edible. Okay, so cookie dough, also same thing. Bones that are hard and dried out, cannot be eaten by an animal, they're also considered Muktzeh. Pits, shells, and peels that are inedible are also considered Muktzeh. If you're eating and the fruit you ate has a pit, you're allowed to eat the food, then spit out the pit and put it on the table. You're allowed to go like this and put it on the table. You don't have to spit it from your mouth onto the table. You're allowed to carry it for that second, but to put it down. 19, eggshells. Every Shabbat, we peel the eggs, right? Peel the eggs from the oswal. And the question is, what do you do with the eggshells after you peel it? Is that Muktzeh? Can you move it? Can you throw it out? Eggshells are also considered Muktzeh mahmad gufo. They're considered Muktzeh. Even so, it is permitted to peel an egg on Shabbat and throw away the shells while you're peeling it. But once you put it down, that's it. It's Muktzeh already. So there's some solutions. Some want to say that if it disgusts you at the table, so then that's like a bucket of urine, and that we said there's leniency to move it away. Or some want to say that if you put it on a plate where there's also other food, so the plate, you're allowed to carry the plate because of the other permitted food on it, and therefore you'll throw it all away together. But otherwise, it's Muktzeh. Number 21, a tooth or a hair that falls out on Shabbat is considered Muktzeh mahmad gufo. So let's say a son loses a tooth, that tooth is Muktzeh now. 22, animals are essentially functionless on Shabbat and are considered Muktzeh mahmad gufo. Playing or looking at an animal is not considered a function, and therefore it's going to be Muktzeh. So therefore, 23, petting and moving the hairs of an animal is forbidden. A lot of people have dogs or cats. You're not allowed to pick them up. You're not allowed to pet them like this. This is all Muktzeh. Okay. You're not in 24. You're not even allowed to carry the item that the animal's in, like a fish tank or a bird cage that has a bird in it. So what do? We're allowed to be lenient only in certain cases where there's pain of the animal. For example, you're allowed to grasp an animal or to walk it in order to alleviate its pain. The person has to be careful not to pick it up. And also, you can only walk an animal where it's going to have an eruv.
No, they don't let them carry it?
Nope.
He needs to go to the bathroom, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's difficult. You have to prepare that in advance. He has to make somewhere in the house. Okay, you have to designate somewhere in the house. Number... Where was this? Here is this. There you go, 33. Items that are not used without cutting them to size, such as a roll of plastic wrap or a roll of aluminum foil, those are Muktzeh, because they're not a complete vessel until they're cut, so therefore you can't use them, right? You can't rip them on Shabbat, so therefore they're useless. Okay, that's so that we don't apply. That applies in Israel. Okay, chametz. There you go. This is important. 38. Chametz on Pesach is forbidden for benefit. Since it has no function, it's also considered Muktzeh. If you found Hametz or Yom Tov, Chazal Shalom, or Shabbat, na Hametz Muktzeh, and may not be moved. In such a situation, one should place a pot or another object over the Hametz to cover it until Yom Tov or Shabbat is over, and then you should burn it. One may also tell a non-Jew to dispose of the Hametz.
Why can't you burn on Yom Tov? You do fire to fire.
That's a good question.
The fire's on already. If you have a fire, it's on.
Well. What's you're only allowed to do alo ba'alo for Yom Tov needs? Is this considered Yom Tov need?
You want to get rid of chametz?
Okay, so you can get rid of it later. It's not a rush. There's a separate mitzvah to destroy hametz. There's no rush to do it necessarily. Okay, well I have to double check. That's a good question. Okay, fine. Number 42, right? Wine that was used for the purpose of Avodah Zarah is prohibited from use. The Chachamim said even Stam Yainam, right? Wine that is not cooked, that was moved by a non-Jew is considered forbidden, and it's considered Muktzeh on Shabbat. Okay, Muktzeh Mahmad Isur. Okay, Muktzeh due to prohibition. If the leg of a couch or a chair breaks off on Shabbat, or even before Shabbat, the Chachamim prohibited using that chair or couch, since you might come to use that chair and fix it. However, there's several ways that will be permitted to still use it. Let's say you use the couch before Shabbat, showing you're not in a rush to use the item fixed. Number two, if one broke the leg of the chair or the couch, that to the point where it can't be reattached, there's no way to fix it. So there will be another permitted way to use the couch. Or C, if you could use this chair or couch without the leg. It's meant to be used with or without it. That's also another case you're allowed to. Sometimes it happens the door is loose and the handle comes off from the door. So what do you do in that case? A handle of a door that broke off on Shabbat may not be reattached. It's considered Muktzeh if the handle is usually firmly attached to the door. However, if the handle is normally removed and put back, so it's not considered Muktzeh, right? Number three, a toilet seat that broke off its hinges may be used on Shabbat if one has no other option, provided that you don't, as long as you don't reattach it. Let's say the brush fell off the broomstick, right? You're not allowed to replace it, and it's considered Muktzeh. Let's say a screw fell from your glasses, that's considered Muktzeh. You only can put it away to a safer place. A wheel off a stroller. If the wheel of a stroller fell off, the wheel and the stroller are considered Muktzeh if you cannot use it without the wheel, and the wheel cannot be can be easily fixed by a non-professional. But comes out that there could be all these things could be Muktzeh if they break on the way. Okay. Then we have things that are migud de'ksai. We're going to do next time. An item that was Muktzeh during Ben Hashmashot stays Muktzeh the whole Shabbat, right? So let's say something was Muktzeh Erev Shabbat before coming into Shabbat, and then during Shabbat somehow it became not Muktzeh. Something was plugged in and something was electric, and then it died, and then it's not Muktzeh during Shabbat, but since it was Muktzeh at the beginning of Shabbat, it stays Muktzeh the entire Shabbat. We're going to deal with that next time. Baruch Na'olam.